If you're a clinic escort, you volunteer at an abortion clinic, or you work at an abortion clinic, or even if you just care about protecting providers and patients in your community, please know that this week is the beginning of 40 Days for Life, which is the anti-abortion movement's biggest annual activist campaign. The name is self-explanatory. They spend 40 days parked outside of clinics, harassing patients and providers, sometimes trying to block access to clinics, sometimes trying to gain access to clinics, sometimes doing violence. It is not a good time for anyone who is working at or getting care from reproductive health care clinic. And the reason I mention it specifically this year and that I'm warning about it is that it's the first time that 40 Days for Life has happened since Trump has been reelected and since he pardoned 24 violent anti-abortion extremists who were convicted of violating the FACE Act, which is the federal law that says you can't do violence to abortion clinics. Pardoned them. The same week that he did that, J.D. Vance spoke at the March for Life and told the audience there of activists, you don't need to worry about the government coming after you ever again. At the same time that happened, Republicans have been trying to repeal the FACE Act, that federal law that protects clinics, and Trump's DOJ said that they would no longer be enforcing the FACE Act. So all of that put together, it's essentially the Trump administration giving violent extremists, giving domestic terrorists the green light to do whatever they want without having to worry about accountability. So if you work or volunteer at a clinic, please be safe. Please make sure you're taking care of yourself. I'm sure you already know this, but I'm going to say it anyway, that the National Abortion Federation has terrific resources, information about this issue. They do a really good job tracking it. They also might have advice if you feel like you can't reach out to the police in your area. I know that that's often an issue where sometimes the cops are on the side of the protesters or they take their sweet time coming to help. And so they might have some good advice about that. I'm also going to be keeping an eye out at the newsletter and tracking some of what's happening. And so if you notice anything weird, if you see the anti-abortion activists in your community doing anything different or bigger or worth noting, please feel free to shoot me an email at tips@abortioneveryday.com. I'm going to do my best to warn other people about their strategies, warn folks about what's going on, and just help however I can.